So in this case, what we will be doing will be, we will be creating our operating system itself inside Ubuntu. And I have to ensure that Docker is there anyhow. My Docker container itself should be running Ubuntu and it should run my web server. Okay, so whatever things you have done, so what did you do in the beginning? You went, created a Ubuntu machine inside AWS, installed the web server over there, and then if you want, you can run your website things also over there. So if you remember, I did a git clone personal website and things, right? That way can be done. So the same thing I will do it inside Docker also. So first thing, let's start from the very beginning. Let's start and create a folder over here. Now, whatever I am doing in step 1, I will be doing in step 2 using Docker. Right now, I am not using Docker. Okay. So let's call it as not Docker. So let's go inside not Docker. If everything is good, what I have to do, I just have to go on and create a script. Let's go. And I want to believe that you will understand this script actually. So sudo apt-get update, then sudo apt-get install -y and Apache 2, right? Then I will do a clone of my, because at this point of time Apache 2 is already there. Then I will go and get my repository. How and like this example, you understand what Docker is done, what I'm doing now. So if you haven't done anything, just pay attention for next 20 minutes. Whole Docker is completed in this one only. Okay, let's get started. Repositories and this personal website, I just have to download it, right? So I just do a clone. Obviously it will create a folder by this name. I go inside that folder and I do sudo cp -r, recursively copy everything from where, whatever is inside this folder, and where to copy, where www and html. Is this understood by one and all? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It was a very feeble yes. I believe it means yes only. So a1.sh, copy this here, run this magical thing, a1.sh. If everything is good over here inside my website, I should magically see my web page coming up. And if that web page is coming up, I will do the same thing using Docker also. Let it run. Okay, if everything is good. Okay, it is still not running, by the way. Any idea why? Fast. Everything is copied actually. If you want to see, this personal website came, it went over there and done. Any
You
idea
have
why?
to run it.
Perfect. Because I have explicitly stopped it. If I hadn't stopped it, it would have worked also. Because I had stopped it. Good. So now I see my template over here where it says good night, don't sleep right now, but fine. Now the same thing, I have to go and do it inside Docker or using Docker. Okay, first of all, is the scenario understood? Whatever this script is there, this script has to be part of Docker. First step, I will create a Docker file. I will install Ubuntu inside that Docker. And once I install Ubuntu, I will run this script inside that Ubuntu and I will run my web server. Are we good till here, all of you? Yes or no?
Okay, but in this web page, which I am able to see,
Hmm.
Ubuntu you have not installed, no? Or
I
in
mean,
the
no,
EC2 it is
Ubuntu
there
inside
already.
EC2, inside EC2 Ubuntu I have done, no, as of now. Now the same thing I will do inside Docker.
Okay.
Okay, inside Docker, I will install Ubuntu. So whatever I have done, no, AWS, I open, Ubuntu 20, I open, I log in, I run this script. Now, inside my machine, I will install Ubuntu Docker. Inside that, I will run this script.
Okay.
Okay, all of you, are we good till here? What at least we are trying to achieve?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's get started now. Needless to say, I will have to go and stop this server because otherwise both will work on port number 80. and it will become difficult for me. So let's create a folder for mkdir and let's name it is Docker, or let's say use Docker. In fact, let's go inside that, and first thing first, just create the script. And this. Okay, now it's going to fail. We have to do multiple things over here, but step by step we will do all those things. Okay, first thing first, I am saying nano docker file. From what is the base environment that I need? I need Ubuntu. Which version? I am taking latest one. Then copy. What to copy? Everything from here, which is that shell script file. Copy it to this particular container. Third, run. What to run? Whatever is the name of that particular file. Okay, first of all, let me see what is the name of a1.sh. No, okay. So run, and what to run? Bash, and what to run? a1.sh. If everything is good, go and do expose port number 80. Are we good till here, all of you? Yes or no?
Yes, Ankit.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ankit.
Okay, fine. Though this is not it. It is very complex. This is only 10% of the job. You will realize it shortly. So let's go and say sudo docker build -t, and let's call it docker hyphen apache and build. It will go get from Ubuntu, download it. Okay, by the way, this might take some time. So, okay, this might take some time. So do you understand? I can take Ubuntu Slim version also. Yes, no,
Yes.
right? So Docker Hub, this one, Docker, either take a Ubuntu Alpine or what will be Slim only, I believe it should be. So Signal rolling latest. There should be something as a Slim version or Alpine version. Just take that one if you want. Okay, the size is 27 MB hardly. Okay, fine. Now comes the next one. This is where it starts becoming interesting. Please pay attention and you understand Docker. It is saying line number 1, sudo command not found. Then this also not found. Then this also not found. Why did this happen? First thing is, let's go and have a look at Docker file. Line number, this is bash a1.sh, which means somehow there is a problem inside this particular thing. And what is the problem over here? First thing, do you remember when I had created my Docker container and I went inside my Docker container? What was my username? Yes? No?
No.
Very good. Fine. So we will have to do that then. Sudo docker run -d and 80:80. And what was the name of my image? Neha servers, no? Even this -p you give, it's not give, that is fine. Fine. Now please pay attention. Right now I will go inside my container. Now sudo docker ps, it will show me sudo docker ps. Okay, exec -it. I have to go inside this particular this, and I have to go inside bin and bash. So who am I first of all? Now do you understand root? Okay. So next time if I ask you that if you go inside a container, what is the username? Do you know the answer now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. Now, by the way, if you are inside that root, what is the command that I am trying to run? Sudo apt-get update. This one. And it says bash sudo command not found. Didn't you see the same error here also? Sudo command not found. The reason for that is, okay, first of all, now do you understand? I am seeing the same error, which means now I can try to fix it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Good. Now over here, the problem is sudo is not required only actually. The reason for that is you are the root user. Root user does not need sudo. Please keep it in mind. Okay. So lesson learned, remove sudo. Okay. Now let's exit this. And was it running with -t? So first of all, chalo, leave it. I'm not stopping it because anyhow I know it won't build only that easily. So once I reach the last step, then I will worry about stopping this container. Okay. Right now I am more worried about my script a1.sh. I know what has to be fixed is remove this, and remove this. Are all of us good till here? Ankit, Neha, is here? Are we all good? Yes or
Yeah.
no?
Yes.
Yes, Ankit.
Okay. And this. Now let's go ahead and do the build again, and we see the next level of errors. At least apt-get update is working right now. Okay. Now it would be running this install Apache 2. So that is working now. Third, it will ask me for the geographic area. So let's select the area, and boom, gone. The reason for that is at this point of time, it is trying to install Ubuntu. Okay, have any one of you installed Ubuntu ever? Or forget Ubuntu, have you installed any operating system in your machine still now?
Yeah, RHEL I tried one.
Good. So did it ask for multiple things, multiple instructions? No, didn't
Yeah.
it do that? Right? So actually the problem is this only, that actually if you ever install any operating system inside your machine, it takes a lot of things. It will ask you for multiple inputs. Do this, do this, do this, enter your username, password, TZ, time zone, etc., etc., etc. And it takes a lot of time. The thing that is happening over here is it is installing Ubuntu operating system inside this container, and for that reason it will stop a lot. So one thing I understand over here, that if at all I have to install, बाद में अभी नहीं, क्या करूँगा अभी नहीं करूँगा, बंद करके रख दो. हाँ तो okay, sorry. So in this case, whenever I have to install it, I understand that it won't work for me like this. So I'll have to wait a lot, and you can wait for eternity for this, but nothing is going to work out for you. The thing that I need over here is, first of all, whenever you are stuck with this problem, you will have the patience to wait. But once you understand that, okay, it's not working, first of all, I do understand that it is asking me for various things. I don't want that. So every operating system has a way by which you can bypass these things. Okay, so this thing, okay, let me see if I can get it for you. It is known as Debian underscore frontend non-interactive. This is also an environment variable. What happens is, you can use this when you don't need, it will only prevent do this blah 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 something. What it's going to do is, it is not going to ask you for any input from you. It will straight away go and do the installation. So what I have to do is, I have to just go and give this Debian underscore frontend equal to non-interactive, and this also happens to be an environment variable. So let's do that first of all. So nano docker file just before bash a1.sh, because it anyhow has installed that Ubuntu 80 over here. I will have to give and do this. So I will say that environment is Debian underscore frontend, which is non-interactive. Okay, now
Debian is an OS or what? Is
Debian is okay. Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, what is common? Windows.
Windows.
Ubuntu, RHEL, Cent, what is common? Debian. Everything is built on top of Debian only.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Now if I do this, first step, it is installing Ubuntu, then it is doing a copy, then it has anyhow started installing my Ubuntu OS, and then it is running bash event.sh. Okay, it gave us an error over here, but fine, we'll see. apt utils is not displayed, fine, let it run. Right now it is doing, have a look, Apache only, okay, nothing to do. And it gives me an error where it says git command not found. If you have paid attention, we have already gone ahead of that step. Then it means earlier it had asked me for time zone. After that, it didn't do anything. Now at least I am at the next error where it is saying git command not found. It says what is git? Okay, now comes the next part. If at all this is not working, it means I will have to install git inside my machine. By the way, what is the command to install git? Can you tell me? Can I do something like apt-get install -y and git? Isn't it? Yes or no, all of you?
Yes.
Ankit?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, fine. Again, build. It won't, it won't work. It will give more errors, but once you start seeing errors, you start debugging them also. Let it happen. So which means at least the clone part is working now, right? Let it clone. Okay, and successfully tagged. Unfortunately, it worked so fast, shouldn't have worked. Okay. 80 and docker-apache, and this, it should run, right? But it's coming out exactly. So let's run it in detached mode. It works, and then I do sudo docker ps, and I see that Neha server is still working. If Neha server is working on port number 80, why is this not giving an error to me, by the way? Anyone fast? Why is this not giving me an error? If Neha server is already working on port number 80, this should have errored out, isn't it? Why it isn't
We
erroring
have
out?
stopped Apache.
No, Apache, not Neha, not that one. Neha server is still working on port number 80.
Okay.
Then why is this able to work? Didn't we discuss that it should ideally error out? Yes, no. It should, right?
Yeah.
The answer is that container is only working on 80. Mapping is not done only. Understood? I can run multiple containers like this because the container in itself is working only inside 80. This is one container. This is the next container. Understood?
So
That is only a container. No, the container, until I do this, it is not mapping to the instance. And until it is not mapping to the instance, I don't have a problem also, right?
yeah.
So this one, I didn't map it only like this.
Okay.
If you
okay.
want to see that error, just do this -80, 80, and then run Neha server. Now it will error out.
Okay, got it.
Ankit, got it? Okay, if you
Yes,
didn't
sir.
get it, now see, now it will error out. Understood why? Because now Neha server is working on port number 80. So it is saying, how can I do it? It's already working.
Sorry.
We good?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go and stop that particular thing. By the way, you could have realized it by this only. Earlier, it only said 80 TC. Now it is saying my port 80 is being mapped to container port 80. So first, let's stop this port here. And if this is done, now if I do this, okay, Docker Apache is that name. No, huh? It doesn't stop only, straight away it is exiting. Okay, but you say, how do you know it is exiting? Sudo docker ps, which is working. Only Neha server is working, even though Docker Apache should be working. Why is Docker Apache not working only? The answer to that is you can go and do sudo docker ps -a. Boom, all of them are saying, and it is saying, see dude, I am gracefully exiting. Exit status 22 seconds ago means gracefully it is exiting. So what we will do, we will see the logs of it, sudo docker logs and this, and I don't see any logs also. The problem is, if it happens 127 means a resource problem happened, some error happened, which was happening also. If it happens in exited 0, it means the container itself said please exit, and it exited also. Now the problem is, there is no problem only. The thing is that I created an image, I created a container, the image created a container of port number 80, and it should have run also. The problem is it is not running, it is exiting straight away. And if you want to know why it is exiting, just tell me one thing. I, for example, give a task to Ankit. Ankit, please go to my home. Uh, please open the door. Please go to the kitchen, grab a coffee cup and come back to your home. Okay, this is the task I gave to Ankit. Now I ask Ankit, why didn't you stay at my home? What will he say? Did you ever tell me to stay at your home? I had 4 tasks. I completed all the 4 tasks. Until you tell me stay over there, why will I stay? Same thing is happening here also. What it is saying, do update, done. Install Apache, done. Git clone, done. Go inside that, done. Copy, done. What is the next task? You will say the next task is actually over here. So run this particular command, done. Everything copied, done. Expose port number 80, done. What to do after that? You should tell that particular container that if you are done with everything, hold on, wait over there. This, if you had seen earlier inside your Apache web server, this was known as a foreground task. Means this is always working. Did you see foreground when I did -d? If you want to see, just go and run a container today in -d, do a htop, you will see foreground over there. So now the last command that I will do is I will say that please run this command, Apache to CTL, basically Apache command. Please run it in detached mode and run it in foreground, which essentially means create a Ubuntu machine, done. Copy everything, done. Ensure that you are installing it and not asking for my instructions, done. Bash a1.sh, which means update, install Apache, clone this, cd, copy everything. Once this is done, export port number 80, and then don't exit. Wait over there. With what command? Foreground. Now, finally, let's go and do a build again.
I think spelling mistake is there.
Okay, chalo. If it is
Foreground.
there, fine. If it is there, we will see. I want to believe that I haven't done it. Let's see. Okay. Sudo docker run -p 80:80 and docker apache. Good. Now let's see over here. What is the error? Exactly like Neha said. Let's have a look. Sorry. Okay, thank you, Neha. Apache 2. Apache 2. This is my. Okay, this is good then. Now let's go and build and then do a run again. Now, if this whole thing is understood, you have done Docker completely. Nothing can get tougher than this, because in this you have created your own operating system, your own machines and everything. That's why. Let's see now. Okay, where are we? Here. This. Refresh. And this is working. By the way, this has now cloned everything from my GitHub repository, and this is working over here. But then, how do I know that this is only working? Let's stop it. The problem is, now you will understand the beauty of Docker. You keep on doing go control C, it won't stop only. Because now OS is working inside a OS. Now you do whatever you want in your life. It won't ever stop. Okay, the only way to stop it is go here and stop this machine itself completely. Now the machine will also take a lot of time in stopping, by the way. Yes, Neha, you have something.
In case we are not using AWS, like how you said, we have to stop the VM only.
Correct. Yes.
That was
There
another-
too, you have the option of physically pressing the power button. Here, I will have to stop for a lot of time. It won't stop easily. You'll actually have to do a force stop on top of it. Even then, it will take time.
By chance we change the any one file content in the repository,
Mhm.
that won't affect this, no?
No,
Because
until you do
it
the
will
build.
all- build,
You
okay.
have to do the build again. Yes. Okay, fine. Now let's go back this start and then it should work. Now, was this understood by all of you? Whatever magic we did over here, these things, why we didn't do sudo, why we had to install git over there, why we did a copy, why we did a Debian non-interactive, and finally the foreground task. Yes or no? Now,
Yeah.
yes, good. Now you will obviously say, where do I get it from? The answer is it is all present inside your assignments over here. So go to repositories and demos, I believe. This one though I understand because it is Ubuntu plus Docker plus Apache. So this one here, I have just installed one additional thing, apt transport HTTPS to get HTTPS traffic. Rest all is same only. And your Docker file is here. This part and the PHP one that we did should either be in a ECR 5 then. No, this is Java 4 maybe. This is PHP 4th one here. Okay, so this is where you can find it. So pay attention more on the 7th one. That is important because you see, if you can install operating system, no, you can run any command over there. Just remember this basic thing. First, don't use sudo. Second, you will have to install that software Git if you need to install. And in some cases, if you have to install something like a specialized software, you might also need app transport HTTPS. In our case, it wasn't required because we were working on latest version of Ubuntu, which is Ubuntu 21. However, in Ubuntu 18, if you say no from Ubuntu 18, there you will also have to run this command. So it's safe to always go and install these things inside my container. Okay, cool. Now questions.
Ankit, this using Git, every company also will be doing the same way.
Correct. Yes.
To pull out
Yes.
the website.
Everyone does Git.
Okay.
Yeah, my question is this actually. What we just did on the Docker right now, because I'm trying to look into the Kubernetes. I know we're not there yet.
Yeah. Yep.
I know we have to also install the Docker inside one of our.
Correct. So in that case, this is an image, no, at the end of the day, this image.
Yeah.
You just have to inside the pod, you have to give this image. Done. That's it.
This image. Okay.
Done.
Then also, like to buttress what Naya was saying just now. Friend of mine, I guess I told you about the guy. He was telling me about the deployment that they are doing inside their their Kubernetes.
Yes.
So everything is actually from the Docker as well. You understand? So, you know, I guess it's good for us to actually understand the Docker more. You understand? Then when we get to the Kubernetes, then it will make more sense anyway.
Yeah, Kubernetes is nothing actually. Kubernetes is only a config file. That's it. Docker is what you have to do.
Oh, okay. All right.
Exactly. It's only Docker what you do, because Kubernetes itself is going to run an image inside the pods. The image part you have to understand. This thing you have to understand how to make. Done.
All right. Thank you.
Fine. So any other questions if you